guys, today we're going to be learning how to make my mom's pizza bread recipe. Let's get this bread. So today we're going to need 1 cup of warm water, 2 1/4 teaspoons active dry yeast, 1 teaspoon white sugar, and then we also have 2 tablespoons olive oil, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 2½ cups of bread flour. And then we also have our oregano and garlic powder, and about 8 ounces of cheese, and a good amount of pepperoni, and our extra virgin olive oil. Also, set the oven to 450 degrees. So the first thing we're going to do is we take our warm water, our yeast, and our sugar, and we're gonna put them all in this bowl, and then we're gonna take our fork and just mix it all together. So, like you're getting yourself some murky swamp water of a mixture today. It looks a little gross, but it's how it's supposed to look like that. So then once it's like mixed all together like that, then we're going to let it sit for 10 minutes. So just set a timer on your phone, and then 10 minutes later, you will come back to it. Whoa, look at the time. I guess 10 minutes are up. So now that our 10 minutes are over, we're going to add in our 2½ cups bread flour, our salt, and our olive oil. So once we get all those guys in, then we're going to take a wooden spoon, and we're going to start to mix all this stuff together. Sometimes the olive oil sticks to the bottom of your cup. So we're doing this, and then also as we mix together this, we can add in our oregano and our garlic powder, and there's not really like a set amount that you have to put in. It could be a lot if you really like oregano, but like just a few shakes of each. So it's your pizza bread. I'm not here to tell you what to do with your bread. So now we're just gonna work and get this all together. All right, and so it's already coming together with all the water and the yeast from our step 1. And then I went to get a spatula because the wooden spoon was not working. And so you're gonna wanna get all this scraped off from the sides. And if it looks a little dry, then you can add a little bit more water so that everything that's in this bowl will be mixed into the dough. And so I'm gonna add some water. It's kinda, I just popped my fingers on the dough just for fun. Everyone had a nice little pop sesh there. That might have been a little bit too much water.
That's fine.
Okay, so now since actually we added all that, it is all solid and there's no like dry left in the bowl. And you're just gonna really grip it, like it's if you needed like a stress ball instead, you can use the pizza bread dough. So, all right. So now it's looking good. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back to this in a second. We'll wash our hands. Okay, thank you, Mom, for the towel. Okay, so now that our hands are washed and after you recover from getting hit in the face with a towel, we're gonna take our extra virgin olive oil and we're gonna grease our pan, which is just like a regular like cookie sheet pan. So get it nice and good and greased, and then we're gonna take our dough that we've lovely mixed together, all nice, and now we're gonna just spread it out across the cookie sheet. And like, you just want it to be pretty flat, like, and you just... All right, and so now it's gonna take a while for you to get this out and spread. You wanna just be really patient about it and make sure you're making the parts that are thinner not get run out too much. And you can, at some points you want to like just hold it up and let gravity work with it at the beginning, but after a while it will start to like stay in place when you're pushing it into all these corners. And for this, we actually use this baking tin just to really measure how it goes. We usually use this guy right here to cook it and roll it up and stuff, but we like to use this one since it's like the perfect size for measuring out the dough. All right, so now that it's in our pretty decent rectangle shape, so now we're going to make a row of cheese along this horizontal line of the pizza bread. So this is the first. There's going to be 3 sections of the rolls that you're gonna roll up of these lines throughout this whole bread. So you just get like that. And now we're gonna take our pepperoni and we're gonna like line it up along top of the cheese. Just get it nice and pretty looking. All right. And like, if you really, really love pepperoni, you can put you can put a lot more pepperoni on this, or a lot less pepperoni if you don't really like pepperoni, or no pepperoni if you don't like pepperoni at all. But so now we're going to take the edge and we're gonna fold it over the side. And we're gonna be really good about getting this sealed and pinched into the next side of the dough. All right. So like pinching along the border is gonna help you. All right, so now that we've got that side all primed and pinched, we get to the next row of cheese. then you flipped it so that this seam is kind of in the middle of this. This is going to be on the bottom of the roll, and then you fold the edges in so that the cheese doesn't come out of the butts. And then you press down really good. Going all along one more time on the bread. And now it's time to transfer this guy over to our other. You can bake it on the original cooking sheet, but like I said earlier, this one just a little, we just prefer this one. So a quick spritz, and then we're going to carefully grab and flip our guy over onto here. And all right, so now that he's on here, we're gonna cut about 3 or 4 little holes in the top of this, little air holes into the dough. So that it can. Okay, so then we sprayed the top with more olive oil, and then we're gonna take the garlic powder again and just like sprinkle the top of it for a nice finishing touch. So now it is time for it to go in the oven, and it is going to go into the oven. And your oven should have been preheated to 450, which I should have said at the beginning, but I'll do something about that. So then it's gonna go in, and we're gonna set the timer for 20 minutes, and then we'll check on it then and see how it came out. So sometimes the cheese leaks out, but that's okay. It is really not gonna hurt your guy in the long run. So now he's just gonna cool, but see, like, it looks pretty good and like a very good bread noise. So that is the whole recipe on how to make the pizza bread. And of course you can change stuff up with your preferences, but that is just the Whitehurst one. Ding!